Right. And I think if you couldn't hear Don, he was saying that we put forward full funding bills and the Senate would not take up the bills.
Strings attached. That's right, too many strings.
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Strings are attached. The Affordable Health Care Act, which is already law.
But what we're talking about, though, in terms of strings being attached, is exactly what we are seeing Democrat senators propose today. Going forward. I'll remind you that Article 1, Section 7 of the United States Constitution calls for a legislative process. If we want to be able to have a system to where it's just the Senate's way or no way, they won't even engage in negotiation. They won't bring a bill to the floor. They won't allow amendments. They won't allow the voice of other senators to be able to be heard. And Harry Reid, as a single power, to just be able to say no, I submit that is wrong.
John
Yeah, Scott, has the National Park Service been able to justify shutting down the World War II memorial to our veterans?
There was no justification for shutting down the World War II memorial.
The National Park
This was an open park. This is an open park, and if you flew to Washington tonight and walked through there at 2 o'clock in the morning, there's no police there. They've got video cameras just to make sure nobody is in doing harm. This was an intentional effort that was made to be able to try and create harm. They were even trying to stop people from taking pictures off of state roads in South Dakota, taking a picture of Mount Rushmore. So were we trying to inflict as much pain as possible? I think we were. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on November 13th, I'm going to be in the woods elk hunting. But I think anyone who values human life has to be absolutely appalled by the number of deaths from guns. This week, it's my understanding that the King-Thompson bill was introduced in the House. Peter King from New York, who's a Republican, Thompson from California, who's a Democrat. It would call for background checks. Are you going to support it?
No. You know, we've got to be able to protect our Second Amendment rights in this country. And as deplorable as this is, and it is, it's horrible. Every gun death is terrible. The 38,000 people that died in automobiles because somebody was drunk driving, maybe high on marijuana, maybe was not paying attention. Those are abhorrent as well.
But there is research on traffic deaths, and traffic deaths are being reduced. I think to not agree to reasonable restrictions is the ultimate selfish act.
And I guess, you know, we're talking about Second Amendment rights and we're talking about constitutional rights. I believe we've got to be able to protect those because that becomes a slippery slope once we start to move away from it.
Well, I hope you can sleep at night because I couldn't.
90%.
We've got to get the congressman out to his next meeting.
Thank you all very much.
What happened to our